please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 7 theme lands of the Magic Kingdom.
Welcome aboard the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and I am back. I survived Thanksgiving. I hope you did too. The turkey coma, it only lasted about a day or so, and I'm coming to in the post-Thanksgiving world. It is now officially the holiday season, and as an early gift for you, we bring you episode 177 of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. But I'm not here alone. I welcomed in my Monorail family members. We gather around the virtual Christmas tree. We join hands. We sing. What do they sing in Grinch? Yahoo Dores or something. And our lead singer, I'm going to introduce first, and that is, of course, Stephers. Stephers, welcome back to Whoville.
The fact that you called me the lead singer when Landon literally has a song he sings in this show surprises me. But I will take it. I will take it. Hello, it's me. I'm here. I'm back.
Hi, Stephers.
I didn't go very far, but I'm still here. I'm back.
You're back, and you also survived Thanksgiving, so I am grateful for that.
Survive. Very strong word. I wish I had more leftovers to have more meals because my house is empty of food. But we ate those literally the day after, the afternoon after. It was like a one meal, solid meal. So
that is disappointing.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it is. But my sister-in-law made a pumpkin pie, and she put a little Gimli on it, which was very cute.
Wow.
I need to post a picture of that because if you follow me on Instagram, you saw it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you did not see it, and it's very cute.
That is very special. Was it an edible Gimli?
Yeah, it was made out of pie crust.
Wow.
Or pie puff pastry, like the pastry dough thing.
So, as we do on every Thanksgiving, we eat effigies of the animals that we love. And speaking of that, I thought it would be funny to try to segue to Landon. He's in the middle of a laugh break right now, so I'm going to give him a second. But, the reason I introduced you as the lead singer, Stephers, is because Landon has that nice, deep baritone. He's got the lower timbre to his voice. Most of the time, people like us, we can't be lead singers because we can't hit those high notes like you can. But you know what? A high note of our podcast is the fact that Landon is here with us. Landon, welcome back to the Monorail.
Hi, everybody. It's me. It's the DOZ coming to you once again from the isolation station of love. Give me a second. I'm de-thawing my turkey. So Thanksgiving will not wait. I'm being told in my ear I completely botched the meal. Fantastic. Great. Thanks.
Well, I have good news for you.
Brand.
I have good news for you, Landon. If you're de-thawing it, I think that means you're freezing it. So you can freeze it until next year, that'll work just fine.
Yes. I think you're right there. So once it's unthawed, I can refreeze it and then unthaw it again. Totally safe, right?
Yeah, it should be fine. I think so.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I won't be sealing in the germs or anything.
Well, the way I look.
So how is everybody's Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good. The way that I look at cooking is you're killing germs with fire. So I feel like you can kind of pretty much cook anything. It's going to kill all the bad stuff, and then you just get the meat, right? That's how it works.
That is not how cooking works.
Oh.
But I do like the way you look at it.
Well, this is why I don't cook a lot, I guess.
Yeah, that's why you don't cook a lot. Yeah.
Well, I can't say much of anything. My cooking expertise starts at a crock pot and stops at a DoorDash pass or Dash Pass subscription. So there you go.
I mean, valid, very valid. So we didn't deep fry our turkeys this year. Is that correct?
No, unfortunately, my boy Harmon didn't set up his deep frying station, so I didn't get any deep fried turkey, which bums me out because that is really good.
Yeah, you built it up quite a bit on the last episode. I was hoping to hear the review of that deep fried turkey this year, but
me too. But my boy said it wasn't worth the trouble because he told me it was only me and his bird that generally got deep fried. And like I talked on last episode, he had like a factory going on, a deep frying factory. And it just didn't make sense to have that much effort for two birds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, there's always next year. Hopefully, like I said, just freeze your turkey for an entire year. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Famous last words. Go ahead and put that on my tombstone.
Yeah. Stephers, I'd like to welcome you back after your 1 week suspension. We won't talk about why you were suspended last week, but we'll keep that behind the scenes. But I did want to say because he and I have gone back and forth a lot over the years in terms of our opinions of things like Animal Kingdom, and he often finds himself sitting squarely in the middle of the Monday Morning Monorail penalty box. Happy birthday to Jeffers. Today is the day after your birthday as we record this, so I would like to welcome you right back into the penalty box as your post-birthday gift. So I hope you enjoyed your 24 hours.
Yay.
Good job, Jeffers. Woohoo!
Happy day after your birthday, Jeffany.
Oh, man. He's got a lot of opinions about things, and we're all welcome to our opinions. He just happens to be wrong most of the time. But, Jeffers, we love you anyway. Just kidding.
He was my secret Santa one year. Do you know how expensive it is to send, almost said a bad word, to Canada? Very, very is the answer.
Oh, I can't imagine. Crossing a border so far away. Canada's like a whole nother planet to me, even though it's just right up there.
It definitely is a whole nother planet. I mean, I think their government is run by mooses and Bret the Hitman Hart.
Have you ever seen a moose? They're giant. They're so big. I didn't know that.
Canada is run by them.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we don't fear Canada more.
I'm always shocked when I happen to see videos of mooses. Meese, I guess you'd call them, on the internet. And they're like, especially if there's something nearby for scale, I'm like, that is not a moose. That is a living AT-AT. Those things are giant. They're so big. And it's scary.
AT-AT. This is my last show, guys. I gotta go. I thought we were gonna go one direction and you went AT-AT. And I was like, okay.
I'm a Star Wars.
Unfortunately, we only have one Luke Skywalker, and he's not, manning any fighter to take him down. So mooses are running wild. That's your takeaway from this week's Monday Morning Monorail.
On the frozen tundra of Canada, mooses and
they're running Canada's government, and they're running wild.
Mooses running wild. Yeah.
Yep. I think we just stumbled upon the episode name.
Moose has gone wild.
By the way, I just Googled it. The plural of moose is moose.
Yeah, of course, but it's more fun to say mices.
Actually,
I don't think so. No,
I think it's mice. Actually,
it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
no. It's mouse.
I just want to be clear to everyone listening. I did try to correct them. I tried, and I failed. My apologies.
Oh, Stephers, that's your first mistake. You tried on the Monday Morning Monorail.
Oh, come on. We do try. We try.
You have to start the week off strong by trying.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year. We're if we're being completely honest, we're all just phoning it in until like mid-February, right?
I think that considering we're all on a Zoom call to record these shows, we're sort of always phoning it in. Like 100% of the time, we're phoning it in.
God.
So
almost said another bad word.
I'm here to try to break Landon and make him cuss today.
Hey, you're doing the edit job, so let the dam break.
Oh, there it was. I got to bleep that one.
Shut up. Boo.
Well, I was hoping I kept looking for a good segue to jump into the news today, but I never saw one. So I'm just going to say it's time to do it. Let's jump into the news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with all the headlines from the Central Florida theme parks that you may or may not be interested in. I hope you are, though. I hope you are, because what would be the point if you're not? Hey, so we did say that we're jumping officially into the holiday season right now. And so I wanted to start off just by giving a shout out to our boy, the creature we love the most. And I'm surprised we didn't all eat an effigy of him on Thanksgiving. It's Figment. Figment is back. Our boy, and he's in his ugly Christmas sweater. For those that got to...
Figment would taste like.
Can you imagine it? I can't imagine.
It'd be great.
I think it would probably be like whatever you wanted it to taste like, really.
Yeah, I guess.
We're deviating, guys. We're going off the train of thought here.
Would it be gamey? No.
Wait, this is just Journey into Imagination Figment, not the meet and greet Figment, correct?
That's correct. And that was something I wanted to say. So for the people who got to ride Journey into Imagination with Figment, the last few days, you have enjoyed the views of Figment in his ugly Christmas sweater, which I think now is in year, 4? He's been doing this for a few years now. And
has it really been that long? Wow.
It's been
Have we known you guys that long?
3 or 4 years now, Stephers. I know that it feels like a lifetime at this point, but
sheesh, I gotta get some new friends.
It's we've gone stale. These friends have gone stale.
Us. Wait a minute. Yeah.
But no, now that we have this Figment meet and greet, I guess people were wondering if the walk around Figment was going to have the ugly sweater. He does not, which I feel like is a massive oversight of the Disney character handlers. Why would he not have the ugly sweater? People would love, and it would drive even more people go. If you've already gotten your picture with Figment, you didn't get one with him in his ugly sweater, so get back in there. But no, it is not to be. And speaking of disappointment around Figment, I wanted to bring up this article from a couple of weeks ago. If you are on TikTok or Disney social media, you may have seen there was a series of videos that showed Figment visiting the Walt Disney World offices, or not Walt Disney, the Disney offices in Burbank, California. And it was as if they were setting up like a tease of something. Figment was walking around the offices. He was trying to get inspiration for ideas. But as far as I could tell, none of those videos actually led to anything. And it was just a series of, wouldn't it be fun to see Figment walking around the Disney corporate offices? Did you all see these? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I did see them. And the fact that you've said that they're not leading to anything kind of confirmed my first and I guess thought. It's like, oh, what is this leading to? I'm unaware that there's anything announced. Like, is there any upcoming refurbishment, reimagining, if you will, of Journey into Your Imagination? And I wasn't aware of anything, but the fact that you're saying it's like, nothing has been announced and doesn't seem like anything's coming of it, is kind of like, okay, all right, these are cool videos. It's like, what if Figment came to interview for his job?
Yeah, it's almost like they ask him to come in, like, Figment, step into our office. Like, this is not going to be good news. And the last one is Figment getting fired. It might as well have been. I mean, so there were little things in the videos that really made you sort of pique your interest a little bit. Like, Figment's walking around. He's got his notepad. He's collecting these ideas. In one of the videos, Figment touches the handprints of Tony Baxter, who is, of course, basically the father of Figment, created Figment. The last one is it really sort of brings everything together. It's got Figment carrying his notepad labeled Figment's Book of Ideas as he walks through the halls of the headquarters and meets employees. before going through the doors of Walt Disney Imagineering in Glendale. What could this mean? Why did they do this? I guess that's the question. Why did Disney do this?
I have a thought, but I don't know if it's like a good thought.
Go ahead.
But what if they're using Figment as like the front line?
Hype man?
Front man sounds right. My brain isn't braining today. What if they're using Figment as like the front man to introduce this new phase of Disney we have some things that are happening, but not necessarily Figment specific, but like just like a new phase, like a new, I don't want to say generation because that sounds gross. Just whatever's to come for Disney.
Wave?
A new wave. Thank you. Wave is a great way to say it. And they're using him because they know that he is like a symbol of, a lot of people love Figment. So maybe it's just kind of like hey, welcome to our new wave where we're maybe listening to your ideas in the Monday Morning Monorail podcast in which you guys share really great tidbits and we're going to work to implement them moving forward.
Maybe.
Kind of vibe. Like maybe it wasn't really anything super telling, but like maybe it was just kind of like an introduction to where they're potentially going in the future.
That's possible. I don't like
Ominous.
it. I think it was the wrong way to do it if that's what they're doing, because in this article, and we took this from DisneyTouristBlog.com, so thank you to them. But here, I just want to read these last three quick paragraphs that they wrote, because this is really this sums up how every Disney parks nerd, especially if you're a fan of the Walt Disney World Resort, is feeling about these videos. So here they say, we'll start with the obvious, which is Disney hasn't announced anything in or alongside these videos. Absolutely nothing official has been said about Journey into Imagination getting a fourth version. They're toying with us. They know they're toying with us too. Despite cliches about social media accounts being run by interns, that's not how any of it actually works with Disney. A series of posts like this would have been workshopped, involved multiple meetings across departments, go through layers of approvals. None of this is done on a lark. It's purposeful and strategic. Disney knows exactly what they're doing by ending on a shot of Figment entering Walt Disney Imagineering, the reactions and emotions it'll evoke from fans. That's precisely the point. They want speculation, the buzz, the hope. The blog posts like this one, hey, it's not falling into a trap if we jump into it willingly. And that's, I guess you could say that about us talking about it here on the podcast. But really, it's sort of, if there is nothing, isn't it sort of like a big middle finger to the fans of Figment who want that ride to get the love it deserves?
I'm not going to go as far as calling it a big middle finger, because once again, this is an instance of Disney at least doing something with Figment. They're acknowledging that, yes, there are Figment fans out there. I will freely admit that I'm a Figment fan, and I think y'all would do the same. And that is despite the fact that the current iteration of Journey into Imagination isn't necessarily the best attraction in Epcot. My last trip down to Epcot, me and the Smoking Hot Girlfriend, we didn't find time to go see Figment, and we didn't lose sleep over it. Now maybe they're hearing these rumblings that Figment does have his fans, despite the fact that his current attraction isn't the best thing in his own theme park, because for better or for worse, and I say for better, I think Figment is one of the icons of Epcot. And I do think that Disney is cognizant of the fact that they are going to have to answer Universal when Epic Universe opens in late 24, early 25. I'm not saying that a new Journey into Imagination is the full-blown answer to a entirely new theme park, but it definitely could help. It could throw some red meat to the Disney fans, so to speak, if they did show some love to that purple little dude, as Eric Idle called him. Well, he didn't actually call him that, but I'm not going to say that this is a middle finger to the Disney fans.
A question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know where I fall on this scale either. But you're talking about it like an answer to Epic Universe, which I very much think Disney will come up with one, whatever. Everything is intentional, like what Justin said. But my question is, do you think, or maybe what would you prefer? Maybe not what do you think, but what would you prefer? Would you prefer them to spend the time and the money updating what we already have in whatever means necessary? Like, take the time to do the Spaceship Earth renovation, take the time to whatever they're going to do, switch out Dino Land, all those things. Or would you rather them in the background not do any of that, at least not anytime soon, and open some new park or new thing? Because I don't necessarily think that they would need to open a brand new park to combat Epic Universe. I think that they can make the parks that are current, like what we have, better by enhancing the experiences that, like listening to their fans, which maybe is what they're doing by this whole Figment thing. I don't know. I just work here. And by here, I mean the Monday Morning Monorail, not Disney. I do not work for Disney.
I think that's a really interesting question, Stephers, because I think that, again, Disney Parks fans have been sort of chomping at the bit for years now to get a fifth gate in Orlando. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's necessary, personally. I think 4 parks for now is plenty. I don't think they need to open up, and at this point, they could not, based on timing, and the amount of time it takes Disney to build anything. Build a new
climate they'd be building it.
build a new park to answer Epic Universe. But I really do think that, for me, I would prefer them to reinvest all the money that they've got planned to invest in the parks in enhancing and improving the experience that we have. Sure, maybe add an attraction, maybe clean up Dino Land, do something with that. Reimagine, Journey into Imagination. Go ahead and do the Spaceship Earth upgrade. Do all of those things, all those items that were on the board prior to the pandemic. Why not just go ahead and push forward and do those things? Because we had a great big beautiful tomorrow that was envisioned before the pandemic hit. So why not do all those things? Reinvest in R&M, because another thing you hear from people who go to the parks the last couple of years is that you ride the attractions and half the effects are broken. I mean, I know Rise is an extreme example, but you could ride just about anything on a day-to-day basis and something will not be working. And it just feels like maybe that's fallen off a little bit. I would love to see all of that love, care, and effort reinvested back in the parks, get things up to where we thought we might be at this point, and then let's build from that, personally. What do you think?
Yeah,
Brady?
I'm gonna echo what Jay said. Like, Disney fans have been wanting a fifth gate for what feels like forever. They already have 4 gates at 4 really good theme parks. And Disney has said, over the next 10 years, they're going to invest $60 billion back into the parks. Take that money and fix some of the attractions that you already have, and maybe update them. I would love to see that. And I'm not saying spend every cent of that to, give a spit shine to the attractions you have. Take some of that money and give us something new. Use those brilliant Disney minds that you employ to give us some new Disney magic. But I don't think we need a full-blown 5th gate. That's just me.
And I agree with that. The other thing that the last little point I'm going to make is that Disney has they have more to offer. Maybe that's bold. I'm going to say it anyway. They have more to offer across the globe than Universal. They just opened that Frozen Land in Shanghai, ? They opened it somewhere over in the yonder.
Okay.
They're doing things across the board, across the globe, that I think will push people to want to go abroad, save to go abroad. That I don't necessarily think they need to put all their chips in Orlando. I really don't. So
yeah.
And again, in the current political climate, I don't think they're going to be spending all their money in Orlando.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but I do think that they can't ignore the fact that Walt Disney World is their flagship centerpiece of their theme park business. It's where they get their most visitors. It's where they make their most money. So that being the case, I think you still have to make that the focus. But yeah, you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket for sure. But that was a fair question, Stephers, and I think that's a good question. It's something we should all reflect on as we enter this holiday season.
Yes, that truly is the reason for this.
Yeah. What should Disney do with all their dollary-doos? Yeah. So we mentioned a little disappointing news here about Figment and his ugly sweater, and then whether or not anything's happening with Journey to Imagination. Staying in Epcot for more disappointment. Apparently, there will be no holiday remix on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind this year.
Literally just talked about it.
I can't understand why. Why would that be?
Yeah. I mean, they tried to start a new holiday tradition and they gave it all of Check's Watch 1 year.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, granted, I mean, like it's not, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. But at the same time, it's like, if you're trying to do something for the holidays, you got to give it more than 1 year to catch on.
Do you think it's possible that they got enough guest kickback where people were like, I don't want to hear a Christmas song when I ride Guardians of the Galaxy, that they were like, oh, well, this wasn't, I guess, for everybody, so we shouldn't do it? I don't know. It's weird to me. I
mean, maybe, but at the same time, you're literally walking around the World Showcase during the festival of the holidays.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fair.
So it's like I'm sorry if Christmas isn't for you, but if it isn't for you, you showed up during the wrong part of the year, you ding dongs.
Yeah. I didn't get to ride Guardians last year during the holiday remix. That was actually that was a sad time. I didn't have a valid Disney pass. So
was it a sad time?
It was a sad time for me. So I missed it last
you just
year.
like stood next to the window looking out like it was always raining at your house.
Yeah.
And it was black and white.
Basically.
That type of sad time.
It was pretty sad. So I didn't get to do it. But I kind of was looking forward to getting to experience that this year. It's just so weird because obviously they already spent the money to have that song made. All it is a flipping the switch. You just make that song the song. So that is my speculation. Reading the tea leaves is that last year they just got enough guest complaints that they were like, I didn't want to hear a Christmas song on Guardians. Okay.
Or they're clearing the way for Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Let's start that rumor, everybody.
But it's not inclusive. Maybe they are rethinking the idea.
But was it Christmas specific? I don't remember. I don't remember either.
But I'm in terms of the Mariah Carey All I Want for Christmas Is You, like that wouldn't be inclusive. So like maybe they could do a rotation.
Everybody.
Listen here. Maybe they're going to pick like 2 or 3 songs to cycle through instead of the one sad song that nobody liked last year. Maybe. I don't know. People liked it. I'm just trying to cause a riot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
If I remember correctly, it was an upbeat song that fit with a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. That does kind of befuddle me, the fact that they're not giving it another year before they pull the plug on it. But I mean, maybe to your point, Jay, they heard from enough guests like they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, they just feel like it's not worth it. I mean, people like the ride anyway, so why worry about it? I don't know. But oh well, we move on. How about some more? This is an upbeat show. How about a little more disappointing news? This time we're going to move over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. And I have a question before we get into this article. Did either one of you watch Muppets Mayhem on Disney Plus? No? Both blank stares.
You already know my answer to that question. Do I keep up with the Muppets?
Oh, Stephers.
No,
around here we hashtag save the Muppets. Come on.
No. We hashtag save the Muppets. That don't mean I keep up with the Muppets.
Okay.
I can support a cause without partaking in the Muppets.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a pass. But Landon, have you seen any of those Muppets Mayhem episodes?
Never saw the episodes, only saw the trailers. I am woefully behind when it comes to my Disney Plus original programming. Heard really good things about it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I liked it. I really did enjoy it. It was sort of a different Muppets experience. It was silly, but you would expect Muppet stuff to be silly. But it was good enough, and it was an interesting little take. Getting to see like Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem get their own show was really fun. Here's the reason that I bring this up. So first of all, Variety reported that the Muppets Mayhem show has been canceled after only one season on Disney Plus. So I don't know if they'll take it off, but you might want to, if you want to check it out, you might want to do that at some point before it's removed. But here's the thing. This is why I bring it up. We all have talked about over the years, when will Disney consider retheming the Rock and Roller Coaster? And if they do, what should that retheme be? I feel like it's something we've talked about on the show. I think we've asked the Monorail family in the past, like, what would you retheme Rock and Roller Coaster to be? One of the things that we had suggested in the past was retheming with the Muppets. And I even said, why not make it Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem? It can still be a studio. You got the Muppets in there, and then you've got more of a timeless element that isn't going to go post something on Twitter and get canceled at some point. Because that's always the risk, especially with a rock band, and not to mention a rock band, an aging rock band. And we all know as you get older, you say more controversial things that can get you canceled. That's just how life is. So I
don't know. Animal gets nuts on Twitter after 10 p.m. You apparently don't follow him.
But we had suggested that. But I never knew that it was even considered or on the table that based on Muppets Mayhem, there could have been a retheme to Rock and Roller Coaster. According to this article on wdwmagic.com, it is all but confirmed. So let me just read from this article. The Muppets Mayhem debuted on Disney Plus in May 2023, and Jeff Yorkes, co-creator, added weight to speculation that a Muppets Mayhem makeover may be coming to Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney Hollywood Studios. Posting on Twitter in response to a June 2023 article discussing the rumors, Yorkes said, "Not gonna lie, this was absolutely part of our original pitch and is another piece of this dream. Fingers crossed that it happens." Guys, it was on the table. We failed the Muppets. Because we didn't go save the Muppets and make Muppet Mayhem a smash. We didn't get the overlay, the retheme of Muppets on Rock and Roller Coaster. And now we're stuck with Aerosmith for whoever knows how much longer. So
first of all, don't drag us into this.
We did. You didn't watch it.
Don't say us.
Steffers didn't watch it.
Don't say us.
Yeah.
You can blame me.
I bought a Muppet shirt on my last trip, Jay. Don't make me go into the other room and get it. I spent $29.99 in the Emporium to save the Muppets.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can say it's off the table. However, I do think with more things coming out in the Disneyverse, that we're adding more to the table, and we're all indecisive people, and we're never gonna. They have to spread their IPs around. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta. I wouldn't say never, and I'm trying to be optimistic.
I'm also of two minds of this. Despite Yorkes saying that this was part of the original pitch, just because something is pitched doesn't mean it was ever part of the plan. A lot of stuff gets pitched, especially when it's the initial pitch in Hollywood, and not everything that is pitched gets agreed on. So just because something is pitched doesn't necessarily mean that it's ever going to come to light. So there's that, and also it's fun to speculate, and as much as I would love it as a Muppets fan, I just don't know how realistic that would be. A thrill ride for the Muppets?
I don't know. It could happen.
Can make the Muppets thrilling.
It could happen.
I mean, don't get me wrong. More Muppets in the park is never a bad thing, but at the same time, it's like, if the Muppets are going to get a ride outside of Muppets Vision 3D, I don't think it's going to be a roller coaster that goes from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. That's just me.
Yeah, I would advocate for the Haunted Mansion overlay before a roller coaster, but that's just me.
Stephers, you want to retheme the Haunted Mansion for the Muppets?
Like holiday. No.
You heard it here. Stephers,
my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is an uproar.
Stephers works for Disney and hates the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, Landon. I understand that things that get pitched aren't approved or definitely in the plans. I guess my thought, though, is the show was pitched. As part of the pitch, it was like, hey, if this is wildly popular, here's something you could do with Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm sure Disney was open to that. And, maybe they didn't expect it to be wildly popular. And maybe they were like, yeah, okay, we'll see. But I'm just saying it was tabled. It was put out there, which is closer to anything we've heard about, anything else for Rock and Roller Coaster at this point.
Very true. And I mean, I will agree with you. The fact that this was even talked about and made it to the pitch part. I mean, it didn't take much to make it to the pitch part, but the fact that it was even in consideration ? That does surprise me because you mentioned it. We've talked about this exact topic several times, whether it be the morning monorail. I think I talked about it on Daz Does Disney as a question of the week. What would you do with Rock and Roller Coaster? And it always comes up, retheme it after the Muppets, particularly Dr. Teeth. And the fact that it made it to a Disney decision maker is very surprising, if I'm being complete.
Yeah. It had legs. It was
but
running
it didn't
around.
Walk.
It didn't walk. Yeah, that's true. It never learned to walk.
That's okay.
Well, we will continue to #save the Muppets around here. I will always push for more Muppets in the parks. And sure, maybe it wasn't a perfect fit, but there are more stories out there about like potential things that could have happened with the Muppets than you would believe if you really dig into it in terms of what they were going to do in the parks. And it just feels like, is anything ever going to come to fruition outside of, the Muppets Plaza, Muppet Vision 3D, Pizza Rizzo? I don't know. It sort of feels like maybe this is a IP that's sort of slowly working its way out of the parks, but I hope that's not true, because I would love more Muppets. Now,
it really does feel like the Muppets has always been the great what if when it comes to the Disney parks, particularly down at Walt Disney World. Because I mean, you talked about it. There's been some crazy pie in the sky plans for the Muppets in the parks that just, for whatever reason, didn't work.
Yeah. The craziest being, and we don't have to get into it today, but there, the whole idea of there being a Muppet takeover of Magic Kingdom, I think it was back for the 25th anniversary. That whole plan was insane. But it would have been cool. People would have been pissed, but it would have been cool.
Mickey and Minnie were going on vacation for the 20th, and Kermit and friends are going to watch the park for them.
Yeah.
Do what now?
Yeah, you thought people lost their minds over a birthday cake castle. Can you imagine?
Could you imagine?
Me and my family from Colorado are here to see Mickey Mouse. There it is.
There's the first bleep of the day.
Now. Yep.
Mark the tape, 38 minutes. But oh well. Hey, speaking of more content, that will segue into this next topic right here. As part of the opening of Frozen Land in Hong Kong, Disneyland, Stephers.
Hong Kong, sorry. Thank you.
Bob Iger confirmed Frozen 4 is definitely coming. And maybe more Frozen to theme parks near you. Now, here's the question. How much Frozen is enough Frozen? And I love Frozen. Hey, I stand right beside Tom, Hyperion Adventures podcast. Real Men Love Frozen. I love Frozen. But how much can you squeeze out of this IP before we move on to something brand new?
Have you seen Moana? And there's only one Moana movie. And now there's going to be a live action Moana movie.
I was going to say, there's only one Moana movie yet.
Also true. I because we haven't even gotten 3 yet.
3 hasn't even come out.
And we're already promised a 4.
Yeah.
Do we think 4 will be more like a prequel, like a backstory kind of vibe, like, or do we think it's like a meat and potatoes kind of story? Because if it's a meat and potatoes,
are we gonna find out where Olaf got his carrot?
No, we'll find out where he got his meat and potatoes.
I think they ended 2 so well that, in my opinion, what they could have done is made like a little series of it. So like it's like the everyday adventures, Frozen adventures, I don't care what you name it. But like of them ruling their kingdom every day and new episodes about XYZ thing, and kids could turn it on and parents can go do whatever they got to do. I don't think we need 2 more movies. But that's just I think they ended the second one beautifully.
I mean, I definitely need like 5 more Avatar movies, but I don't need 2 more Frozen.
well, Jay, boy, do I have good news for you. Wait, hold on. I'm texting James Cameron back. Yeah, I just told him you're in the clear. I'm like you, Stephers. I don't know if I need or honestly want 2 more Frozen movies, but they're coming, and I'm. This is why like people need to go see Wish in theaters. Like
no spoilers, or so help me.
I will freely admit I have not seen it yet, but that's because I haven't been free to go anywhere. Sans mask. But the reason that Disney is already planning for 4 and 3 hasn't even hit theaters, they know that this is a bankable franchise.
I know.
They know this is going to make them a lot of money. Not only are they already talking about 4 before 3, they just opened a whole daggone world in Hong Kong Disneyland about this. And I'm willing to bet we're going to start seeing some of it show up in other parts of the parks around the world. Maybe not to the extent that we saw it at Hong Kong Disneyland, but at the same time, Disney knows that Anna and Elsa and Olaf and all their friends ching.
That's right.
So
are they going to introduce? So my here are my theories. Because we like to do theories on here. Like, are we going to get like a romance plot line with Elsa, and then maybe Anna is going to have kid? Like, how far down this pipeline are we going? Is Olaf going to marry the wind and like have some wind babies? Like,
no, Stephers. Olaf is going to marry the moose. They're going to have weird snow moose babies.
Isn't he a reindeer?
I mean, I didn't know if Landon just kind of blurred.
And then conservatives are going to have another thing really upset about it. So.
That's my thing. I just don't understand what. I also haven't seen. I just know like there is a Frozen Land now, but I haven't seen that, so I don't know if that maybe tease up like little Easter eggs for the new movies. I mean, I love Kristen Bell. Don't get me wrong. I love her.
How about the wickedly talented Adele Nazim?
Yeah. It's a callback. I like it.
I quit. Quit this podcast. You heard it here first.
You already said that once this episode.
I've said it again. I like to stand firm in my choices and remind everyone. Why?
That is a great question. Why? Why Frozen 4? But at the same time, they know it's going to make money for them, like I already said. And parents are going to get to hear Let It Go a million more times. So I apologize, parents.
Isn't the Frozen 4 what they call like the Final Four of college hockey?
It in fact is, yes. Good call, Jay.
So they can't use Frozen 4. That's probably trademarked. They're going to have to call it Frozen again.
Ever after. Oh.
They'll call it 4 Frozen 4 Furious.
They'll call it they'll call it Frozen. Yes, we're still doing these.
Did you the same kind of wavelength, but also completely different movie, but did you also hear that they're potentially doing another Toy Story?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and what the pitch story is Andy has kids of his own, and he wants to go get his toys from his childhood.
I mean,
I don't know. Why, Disney? Why is all I have to say. Take that money that you're putting into how expensive animation is. Take that money and put it somewhere else.
At this point,
I think
do we
would
wish?
all agree Toy Story ended perfectly after 3, and there's never been a Toy Story movie after that. After Toy Story 3.
Well, I think maybe we all this point.
Toy Story 3.
I think maybe at this point we all wish they had just gone in the incinerator at the end of Toy Story 3, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it anymore.
That's so dark.
God bless.
Now you know why I kept insisting on getting that out, Landon.
Wow. All right. Okay. Jay has some darkness in him.
Listen, if I know I've got a hot one, I'm going to force it out.
You had to be able to phrase that, buddy.
Nope. He said it right.
Do we need to take a bathroom break? Is that what you're getting at?
I ate a lot of turkey. And it was from last year.
We definitely need to take a bathroom break.
All right. Stephers, I'm going to throw it over to you. I think I'm done with Disney news for today. We got anything going on in the world of Universal?
Very slim pickings,
Okay.
but we do have a few things. DreamWorks Land, DreamWorks area. They're redoing the Kid Zone to be a DreamWorks area, and the sign is now out. It is beautiful and on brand. I'm excited to see what they do with that. That's really all the updates I have. I know that they're cranking away at it, but we got the sign out, y'all. Yeah. So, you can see it.
Progress.
We talk about this almost every episode that I, listen to. Orlando Informer meetups. The new dates for next year, they announced all of them. So I just wanted to share with the listeners in case they were interested. This is not sponsored. I'm not getting paid to say this. I just figured I'd share. Their first one is February 23rd and 24th, June 7th and 8th, November 15th and 16th, November 22nd, 23rd, December 6th and 7th, and December 13th and 14th. February's is during Mardi Gras, so that's a good time always. I highly recommend visiting the parks during Mardi Gras. And those tickets are actually on sale now, so you can go do that.
Stephers, have there always been 6 in the year?
No.
That's a lot.
Mm-mm. Yeah, there used to be only 3 or 4. Actually, there used to be only 2. I think June and winter. And then they added Mardi Gras season. And now they added multiple winter season ones because people love. That's like the hottest time or hottest in terms of popularity to go. So they added more weekends so people could participate during the holiday festivities.
Very cool. And you say you're not sponsored, but I know it's an event that you believe in and that you're a big fan of. So, I mean, that's awesome. And that to me is more of an endorsement than anything. No one's paying you to say it. You just love it.
I am such a huge fan that you heard it here, not first because I've said it 10,000 times, but I will be there this coming weekend, since technically this is Monday. I will be there this coming weekend for an Orlando Informer meetup. Wonderful. So if you happen to be in the parks, I'll be there in O-Town to take in all the scenery, and I will be going to Disney and having a full Disney day.
Whoa!
That my friend is planning, so I have no idea what's happening, but I have my ears packed, and I will be apparently rope drop to maybe close of whatever parks we're doing.
Woohoo!
Wow.
So
that's exciting.
I will be dead inside, but thriving. And this is my first and only time going to Orlando this year.
My hope is that you get to pull off the Phantasmic Happily Ever After combo.
Wombo combo.
Yeah. I hope you can do it.
Fingers crossed.
I'm hoping. I have no idea, but we'll see.
Well,
how does that make you feel? You're going to Disney and you don't have any say in your schedule?
So there I was very nicely gifted the ticket to go to Disney. And my friend took this as an opportunity to quote unquote get the bang for my buck, essentially. And so he wants me to have the best time and the fullest experience. Does that mean we're going to Animal Kingdom? I highly doubt it.
Stephers.
However, I keep saying,
Wow.
wait, can I finish my statement? I
Shots
keep
fired.
saying when I have multiple days, I would like to do just one, like a dedicated Animal Kingdom day. I just don't think I don't think it'll be feasible in this trip.
That was a close one, Stephers.
I wanted to.
Follow-up question, Stephers. Why do you hate the animal kingdom?
Well, it's just because it's just so dang hot. There's
Oh
no
my
shade.
God.
Could you imagine?
We segued into a
You said-
Dillo's Diz episode.
Yeah, I was going to say, did the show just get hijacked by another show?
No, I appreciate that because I believe the Animal Kingdom is worth a full day on any trip.
I want to do the drawing.
Animation.
Animation experience.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
I want to do that really badly. So
that's fun.
It is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not
I
a
don't know
good
how to draw,
drawer,
but
but the times that I've done it, my pictures have turned out okay.
well, we'll
Yeah.
take it. Okay.
Okay is the best way to describe it. It's like, so I saw a whole bunch on the internet. All right, I can draw like Mickey and Minnie and Goofy, and then the one time I said, it's like, you're gonna learn how to draw the bad guy from A Bug's Life. It's like,
Hopper.
No, thank you.
dear Lord, it's like, so I have some amalgamation that kind of looks like Hopper on my fridge.
Well,
Pass.
I'm glad it made it
Yeah.
to the fridge.
Yeah. Definitely made it to the fridge. So it looks like I'm proudly displaying the art of somebody who's on death row. So there you go.
I've
You've tried, and that's the important part.
I've done two. I got to do Scar, and I did a drawing of Woody. And my Scar actually turned out very good. I was surprised when it was done because it's very structured. If you've never done the animation experience, they really do a great job of walking you through step by step, drawing your guidelines, telling you how to make your shapes. And you almost don't really see like how it's all coming together until the very end. So I looked at it at the end and I was like, wow, that actually looks like Scar. My Woody, not so much, but McKenna was with me on that particular experience and hers was awesome. Looked great. So yeah, you can, even if you're not skilled in drawing,
Drawing.
yeah, you can turn out something okay. Hey, but before we wrap up Across the Universal with Stephers, I want to put a little button on the Earl the Squirrel story because I promised I was going to dig into this and I was going to come back with my Earl the Squirrel book report. And as it turns out, it really was just that one year there was a mischievous squirrel found nestling in the branches of the park's main Christmas tree. According to legend, this squirrel had an affinity for blue Christmas lights, often stealing strands and bringing them back to his nest. Now, I don't know if that's true. That's legend.
Sounds like lore.
Sounds like lore. The tales that the squirrel, nicknamed Earl by the company's entertainment team, actually bit through a strand of lights, causing them all to go out. And according to some accounts, when the team investigated, they found the squirrel lifeless with the severed light strand. Now, I didn't know it was going to take such a dark turn.
Oh my God.
So Earl the squirrel is dead. Now,
look for him next year at Halloween Horror Nights when he gets his own house. Earl the Squirrel returns.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be a cool house. They could do a lot of fun stuff with that. People would love it.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, starring Earl the Squirrel.
And Boo,
Lil Boo
the pumpkin.
Yeah, Lil Boo could be in there. Yeah. So anyway, Universal just took this legend and just sort of ran with it, and they created a whole character.
A whole new world.
And I
done.
guess every year since the beginning, there's a hidden plush squirrel in the large tree that you can look for. So there you go. That's Earl the Squirrel. Really nothing more to it than that. I was hoping for something a lot more exciting, but there you go. Sometimes it's just simple and easy and clean. Thank you to OrlandoParkStop.com. Particularly, Alicia Stella was the author of that article that I just ripped off. So.
I don't know what you have to apologize. You had a story that involved a dead squirrel. That was pretty exciting to me. Of course, I'm a hillbilly from East Tennessee. So,
I didn't know.
Round these parts, we call that good eating.
Yeah. Well, little did you know, like, exactly. This episode has been tied back to a lot of eating of beloved characters, and that's maybe that's the episode.
Wouldn't be
Maybe that's the question for the Monorail family next week. If you were going to eat one beloved character from the theme parks, which one would it be, and what would it taste like? Clarabelle Cow. Get those
Speaking
steaks.
of Mirabelle Cow, she got a lot of play in the Very Merry Christmas parade and show.
Yeah,
Disney is trying to make Mirabelle Cow a thing.
Well, Clarabelle, but yes, I know they bring her back for the special stuff.
What did I say?
Mirabelle.
Mirabelle? You tried.
Yeah,
You
her
really
too.
tried.
Oh.
For effort.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up the segment, I just wanted to say for the last 2 weeks, I've planned to talk about Christmas at SeaWorld. We're not going to do it again today. So thank you to Matt Damon. You're being bumped to next week, and maybe we'll get into it if we have time. But for now, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we are going to interact with you, the Monorail family. We asked you 2 weeks ago to send in your ideas for a themed immersive hotel, and we got your responses. We're going to read them all and share ours in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Monorail. It is me, Justin Monorail, Stephers, and Landon the Dawsdone. And in the final segment today, the segment that I always like to interact with the Monorail family, we are going to finally answer the question, one and all, if you were going to design your own themed hotel, immersive resort, what would you base the theming on? Give us some ideas about what the rooms or restaurants or amenities might be like. And let's just have fun with it. Not restricted to Disney alone. I think we should start with our own answers. I don't know if you all did your homework, but you had 2 weeks to do it. So, Stephers, we were talking before the show. I know you had at least a general idea about what you wanted to do. So, let's jump in. What is the Stephers Hotel?
Okay, so the Stephers Hotel, technically, I felt obligated to come up with a Disney and a Universal answer, but they're like the same theme. Like, they're the same concept, so it's not going to be that...
so it's Spider-Man.
You know, well, I
Oh,
wish.
that'd be dope!
Oh.
I
wanna
wish.
change my accent.
You haven't gone yet, Landon. You can. I would love a classic Universal and a classic Disney hotel. Let me go in depth here.
Yes.
So Landon is wearing what the classic Universal hotel would be. So Back to the Future, E.T., Jaws,
King
Kong.
Yeah.
I would like that as a hotel. It'd be like going back in time to better days. I miss Back to the Future, if you cannot tell. That. And then for Disney, it would be like, in my head, I was like classic, like older movies, but in my head, I was also thinking like OG princesses, like I count Mulan. I really just want something Mulan in a hotel.
Well, why not just make a
But I don't
Mulan hotel? That could be...
That seems not... I mean, it would be like cherry blossoms everywhere, and it'd be great. But
beautiful.
Okay, a Mulan hotel. Forget
There you
the
go.
classic.
Go for it. Now, I have a question.
Out of it.
I have a follow-up on your Universal hotel. Are you picturing sort of like a hodgepodge of the design? Like, would it be one room might be King Kong themed, another's E.T., and is that kind of how you picture it?
Yeah. So it would be like, lobby would be like Ride the Movies kind of vibe, like that over theme. And then either pick one as like a suite option, but then the other rooms would be like maybe the floors, like their garages, how they have different sections for their garages, like
That's a
that
good
for
idea.
maybe like the floors.
That's a good idea. I love it, Stephers. Approved. Stamp of approval. Let's get this one on the fast track. Yep.
I wish.
That's awesome. Great job. You're setting the bar really high for us, Steffer. So we've got a Mulan hotel, which I think would be beautiful. And the idea of the cherry blossoms everywhere, I can just imagine it. And the Universal classic
Fake, obviously,
hotel.
because it's Florida.
Well, you could. Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know. Disney would find a way to have real.
But you would kind of want them in bloom all year long.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, Disney would find a way. So. Don't you know, Jay, cast members can control the weather, according to your drunk aunt that's in that one Facebook group.
Yeah, well, it's because of the big dome over Walt Disney.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And they also disassemble Cinderella Castle ahead of every hurricane.
That's right. So. Brick by brick.
Yep.
All right, Landon, are you prepared with a response, or do you need more time?
Not nearly as thought out as Stephers, but this kind of was inspired by an experience that I had on my last trip down to the House of the Mouse in Orlando, Florida. I'm thinking a jungle hotel with cast members that tell you dad jokes and puns as you check in, as they help you. How about a Jungle Cruise hotel?
Yeah.
Resort.
Yeah.
With dem ribs.
Sure. Yes. If we're going pie to the sky, we're bringing back dim ribs and kungaloosh. So Landon is going to be sitting like the fat cat that he is in the Skipper Canteen, because the Skipper Canteen is going to be recreated and featured in the Jungle Cruise Resort.
I love that idea, actually. I think it's great because I could picture you've got a really solid theme with the Jungle Cruise. The rooms could be really rustic looking and and then also you already know it's going to be like staying at a Dick's Last Resort. Every cast member is going to razz you the whole time. They're going to be telling you dad jokes. Like, that's just how it is. Man. And you've got the restaurant theme. You could even, the pool, I can picture the pool. You've got oh my God, you've got a lazy river right in front of you. Just make it like a mini Jungle Cruise. Come on. That's great. I mean,
you could even feature some of them in the lobby and around the resort. You just have little pools of water, and then it's like, oh, look at that, a friggin' hippo just popped out. Oh man, look at that, crazy. He's gone. And he'll be back in like 2 minutes.
That's great. Wow. Very, very solid, Landon. Now I feel like I'm set up for failure here because I'm not going to be able to match. These are both really solid ideas. Okay. So I've got one, but I wanted to say a joke one following up on what you just said, Landon. So why not a whole resort based on dim ribs, where it's just it's the hotel building looks like a stack of the ribs. The only thing you serve is dim ribs and kungaloosh. Right. You can serve that as well.
Okay, perfect.
Everything smells like smoky barbecue throughout the resort. Perfect. Yeah, and then you bake.
Now
the hot tub is barbecue sauce.
With your joke answer.
My real answer, I actually thought Stephers was going to swipe this right out from under me. So here, let me set it up like this. You know that the value resorts tend to be a lot more of the big themes. Like, you look at Pop Century, you look at Art of Animation, and you've got like the larger than life characters, the themed pools, the really immersive in the animation sort of experience. You don't really get that when you stay at a deluxe resort. You stay at the Grand Floridian. Sure, there's like subtle, like Mary Poppins, subtle, Cinderella themes and things like that. You've got the Enchanted Rose, but it's not like in your face, because that's not really what people want at a deluxe resort, right? Well, I'm going to say not so fast, my friend. I think some people do want that at a deluxe resort. I would be one of those people who wants the big themes at a deluxe resort, the very immersive, like in your face Disney. I want to feel like I'm at Disney when I'm staying at Disney. So here's the theme of the resort: the Great Movie Ride. And so you build a resort based on the Great Movie Ride, and essentially you can plus it up as much as you want. But, some of the rooms could be Wizard of Oz themed. Some could be alien. I'm a huge fan of like horror, and Alien is really fun. So why not make like an alien portion of the hotel? Like, if people wanted
you want
that.
Like a xenomorph coming down from your
not in the room.
Ceiling at all
not
hours
in the room.
Of.
But maybe the corridor looks like you're walking through the Nostromo. It's got that theme.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, come on. But
that would be really cool.
Yeah, and then you've got for the pool experience. You remember early on they have like in the Great Movie Ride, you're going through the room and it has like the old Hollywood pictures where there were the big scenes of the choreographed dances, and they had like the stacked up like synchronized dancers and the waterfalls and all that kind of stuff. So you do that kind of thing at the pool. I picture that you could even have like themed dining that was based on the gangster theme that they had when they would take over the Great Movie Ride vehicle or the Old West. You could have like both of those things happening where you get a little bit of a show in the dining room. I don't know, but people love the Great Movie Ride. I think this would be a nice tribute to it and just, blow out the whole resort with a Great Movie Ride theme. That's what I think.
What if for your dining experience, I do like the idea of show element to it. What if you just kind of had like a Hollywood Brown Derby dining experience, because that kind of gives a tip of the cap, an homage to the golden age of Hollywood in its aesthetic already.
Yeah, you could do that. That could be, or why not make a lounge based on the Hollywood Brown Derby? So that way you've got that separate and you can get the small plates there, and then the big dining hall is the show. And it could be, maybe it switches. You don't know if you're going to get the gangster or the cowboy show, because
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm thinking. Stephers, are you don't love this idea?
No, I do. I think it's funny that you thought I was going to take it, because I did. That was such an underrated answer that I'm sure no one thought would think of. And I really like that, because the Great Movie Ride is one of my favorite rides ever. So nostalgia.
Yeah.
Good idea, Justin. Good job.
Hey, thanks. You started talking about classic Disney, and it made me think you were going to, especially the way you swiped out all of the classic Universal themes for your resort. So I just thought it was possible.
Listen here. True, but also no. Went a different track on that one.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think we all did a great job. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Good round of Armchair Imagineering, guys. Virtual high five. Now the challenge is to the Monorail family. I put out the question on the Monday Morning Monorail Fam Facebook group. I also created a brand new channel in the Discord. Stephers showed me how to do it so that people could respond in the Discord if they wanted to do it there. And because those people have gone the extra mile to not only be part of this show, but really interact with us on a day-to-day basis, I think maybe we should start with some of our Discord responses. So,
okay. I want to go first.
Go first. Go first.
Okay. Hi, Val. I'm going to read Val's answer.
Okay.
Val, to no one's surprise, I really don't think this is a shock. Haunted mansion. I feel like it just creates itself. Long haunted hallways with doors to the rooms, furniture and colors from the mansion. The restaurant is designed like the ballroom scene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. An indoor pool surrounded by the graveyard.
Oh,
man.
I love it.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I love
10
it.
10 out of 10 idea, Val.
Yeah, that's very, very good. That was the Haunted Mansion's one that I think is a slam dunk.
Agree.
I mean, of course you may not, little kids may not love it. They may be freaked out by it, but maybe you could have the option if you wanted to stay there. They've got the rooms that are just like the basic theme. They don't really have spooky elements in the rooms, but then you could pay for like a extra experience where the rooms are a little more interactive.
Well, also counterpoint to your point, kids are stupid, Jay. So there's that.
I mean, that's fair too. We all know that.
They don't got money, so
the parents make the choice.
Exactly.
It brings up a whole new thought, but I'm going to have to save it for next year because it's based on taking kids to Halloween Horror Nights. But we can talk about that next year. Okay, Landon, do you want to read the next one?
Yeah, I'll read Lexi's response. Honestly, for her Universal one, I can't believe this hasn't happened yet, and I feel like it's only a matter of time. Lexi is saying, Harry Potter. I want an evening immersive experience where I feel like a high-stakes scavenger hunt through the halls of Hogwarts.
Wow. That stresses me out. I don't know if I want to do that.
What, like turn your hotel room into like an escape room situation, something like that. But like a Harry Potter resort would just make all the money in the world.
It would.
Like it doesn't even have to be done well. It would just like rake it in for Universal. I honestly can't believe it hasn't been done yet.
All you can drink butterbeer.
Well, that sounds good in theory, but if you have too much butterbeer, I don't know if that's going to end up being a good thing. But Lexi continues. Her Disney answer is going to be Alice in Wonderland. I tea party themed table service, a pool surrounded by the giant flowers looking down on you, and a Queen of Hearts bar complete with themed cocktails that affect the room as you order, a la Trader Sam's. Well, I'm just going to tell you, all cocktails affect the room around you as you order them. You just have to order enough of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Solid take, Landon. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. There's a lot you could do with the Alice in Wonderland theme, because really you go through the looking glass and who knows what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. So that would be a cool way to like enter the hotel. You either have to go like through a looking glass or quote unquote down a rabbit hole or something.
That would be cool. Two strong answers from Lexi, and that is why she's my favorite member of them.
All right. Well, I'm going to take Lewis's response from the Discord. And this is Disney Pick a Day if you'd like to follow him on the Instagram or Twitter. He said, tough one. I honestly think I'd like a Fantasyland hotel with a Dumbo ride, a small roller coaster, Little Mermaid water slides, a mini train that goes around the grounds, mostly kid oriented, but usable for everyone. Yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. That's also sort of a surprise that we haven't gotten just a hotel that's just set in Fantasyland. But maybe I think Disney really is sort of averse to that idea of like putting all that in your face theming, because it feels like maybe it's too juvenile for the quote unquote Disney adults. I don't know. Stephers, you look skeptical.
But they have All Stars.
I know. Well, that would be the counter argument to what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be that literally would be the only counter argument in my opinion. But like, I get it, but I think, I don't know, they could do a lot of like marketing with it. They could, I don't know, the theming and it could be so great.
It could.
So great.
Yeah.
Great idea, Lewis. Great idea.
You would feel like you're in the park at the hotel, which would be really cool.
Yeah, which would be great because there are a lot of people that just do staycations and like don't necessarily go to the parks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just an idea. Disney.
Very good. Well, thank you. Thank you to those of you who responded in the new Discord channel. Again, if you'd like to join that Discord, send me a DM. Either you can do it on Twitter, Instagram, or go to the website, morningmonorail.com. And if you use the contact us feature, you can send me a message and request access to the Discord. You can join the daily conversation that goes on with our Monorail family members. Another place that you can get involved and interact with us is on the Facebook group, the Monday Morning Monorail Fam Facebook group. And I put the question there as well. We've got some responses from the people who are part of that group. Stephers, would you like to kick it off?
I would, and I'm going to kick it off with the long one because it's Universal themed.
Okay.
I'm going to read Michael's response. His idea is a Universal's epic horror hotel. Oh, I should have let you read this one.
It's okay.
Well, anyway, there's also a lot of like little symbols because I think there are emojis that I can't read, but it's fine. I'm going to skip over them. The design has the Psycho House look on the front facade down to the faded look of the blank wood. Don't know what that's supposed to say. Each wing is dedicated to the masters of horror, Hitchcock, Vincent Price, Norman Bates, to Lon Chaney, then the classic monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy, then the Titan monsters, Kong, Godzilla, the Blob. Whoa, that's a lot of monsters.
That's awesome. Oh my God.
And a wing dedicated to seasonal haunts that the many different themes of Halloween Horror Nights. That's actually a really cool idea. As well as a family-friendly monster section, Monsters vs. Aliens, Lord Farquaad, Hotel Transylvania. Okay, hold on.
I like this.
Hold on. You just said Lord Farquaad.
He's a monster.
He is.
Like Ghost Lord Farquaad? I have follow-up questions. The grand lobby has the same shadow box style of memorabilia on the walls as in Pop has in their lobby, but monster movie props from modern to classic through the years. Mm-hmm. The carpet in the lobby is stylized to look like a giant rug, one seen in so many classic movies. The hallways and the wings are decorated to each genre of horror that they are the aims to with the rooms stylized to match the monsters. Just off of the lobby further is an arcade. Oh, we all forgot an arcade in our hotels. Has a neon sign over the entrance spelling out Crypt Arcade. that rivals the old contemporary arcade that was so cool back in the 80s, showcasing pinball to classics to state-of-the-art gaming. I wasn't alive in the 80s. The hotel, I just had to feed that in there. The hotel as well has a movie theater with multi-screens named The Vault, displayed in an old-style marquee with Kid Zone, classic black and white, and modern horror, complimentary to guests and always showing movies 24/7. The dining has 2 different styles of eateries. First is a sit-down restaurant named The Lab, which looks like Frankenstein's, down to the giant electrical rods sparking overhead and crackling, and the slight sound of music being played on a violin, stylized in an old Europe something.
Wow.
Well, honestly, something one would hear in a gypsy camp. The menu is priced too and as spectacular as Tiffin's. The second dining option is named MMP, cafeteria named for the classic stop-motion Halloween special from Arthur Rankin Bass titled Mad Monster Party. It features quick meals and kid-friendly options that will satisfy any of those who choose to dine. The 3 pools are each themed in their own way. First is Jaws, with the exterior looking like you were at Amity Island, down to Lifeguard Tower with a Chief Brody painted on it, and the Shark Pick area, same as in Universal Studios. Next pool is the Mummy Sand Palms, small pyramids, and a quaint bar named O'Connell's, and scarab beetles painted on the pool bottom. Final pool is the grandest, titled the Black Lagoon, decorated with reeds, palms, and a fog machine that comes on and off on the hour, a life-size statue of the creature for a picture spot. And scene.
Wow. Michael,
God bless.
This now you want to talk about doing your homework. This is like
honestly
A+ effort, Michael. My goodness.
Michael did everybody's homework.
Yeah.
Michael really put my universal brain to shame right there. I want to level set there.
That's
incredible.
That's awesome. A lot of really good ideas there. I think there's a little something for everybody, and that's what makes it like perfect. That was great. Landon, you got your Jaws, you got your King Kong, you got like pretty much everything you want in there.
I got my Godzilla too. By the way, Godzilla -1 in theaters this Friday. Go see it.
Nice. All right. Wow, Michael. I feel like we should have closed with that one because
Michael is my favorite member of the Monorail family.
You gotta start strong, guys.
All right. Landon, why don't you take the next one?
Yeah, Jeremy's going to try and follow up that answer. So good luck, Jeremy. Jeremy says the Hollywood Tower of Terror, Hollywood Tower Hotel, built directly next to the Tower of Terror, but in its original form, all the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. There is a connecting tunnel to the Tower of Terror, and as you go through, the lightning strikes, and you're transported into how the Hollywood Tower of Terror sits today as you're transported into the Twilight Zone.
Wow. So that's really cool. I really like that idea. And while I was thinking of it, you know, considering Disney can control the weather, we all know that they do.
Factually correct.
While we're blue skying all this, let's just picture this. Imagine during the day, you could see the hotel, but then somehow at night they make it to where you can't see it. Like it disappears or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's impossible. Well, I won't say impossible. It'd be difficult, but like, just imagine, like you can see it there during the day, especially if from one angle, like it was superimposed to where like you're looking at it and all you can see is the full glitz and glamour of the Hollywood Tower Hotel. And then at night, all you can see is the Tower of Terror. That'd be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
I love that idea. I do.
Good answer from Jeremy, who is, by the way, my favorite member of the family.
Yeah. As a huge Tower of Terror fan, I feel like, you know, that's one of those things that could be like a small boutique resort where they don't have like a lot of rooms, but it's very fancy. All right. I'm going to take Emily's response here. And Emily says, my idea is castles to cottages, staying with the buildings that represent the homes of our favorite Disney characters. We all dream of staying in Cinderella's castle, but what about the Beast's castle and the West Wing, the Seven Dwarfs cottage, or even Mickey and Minnie in their Toontown abode? The resort would be in a layout like Art of Animation. Each house/castle would have its own area. The Beast Castle would be in an area with a big pool, and it would be themed as the garden in which the Beast grows his roses. And the rooms would be themed like areas of the castle, i.e. the library, kitchen, West Wing. Mickey's area would represent the old Toontown, with the room furniture being exaggerated as it was in their homes. In the Seven Dwarfs area, it would have a quiet pool, but each floor would have a dwarf-themed room. Floor 1, Doc. Floor 2, Sleepy. Floor 3, grumpy, so on and so forth. While this might seem all over the place, I love resorts like Art of Animation because it leaves you coming back again and again to stay, because you can stay in different areas and get new themes and experiences.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And you know what's cool? I think that all of us have sort of done that, like with our ideas, like different ideas or different experiences. And the cool thing about yours, Landon, even though you've got like the most like solid theme with the Jungle Cruise Hotel, every experience would be different because it's so based on the skippers, quote unquote, that, you know,
exactly.
So like, I really like the restayability. I think we've all done a good job nailing that in all of our ideas. That's awesome, Emily. That would be another classic, like huge themed immersive experience that I'm looking for from Disney as well. So great idea. All right. We got one more in the Facebook group. I'll go ahead and read this one. And then we've got a response on Twitter as well. This one comes from Chuck, and he said, what if they did a Star Wars themed journey? Fully immersive hotel and events for 3 nights that included a trip to Batuu. That'd be amazing.
Chuck's on to something here. Disney, are you listening?
Chuck, I think I specifically said not to suggest that.
Way to go, Chuck. Way to go.
No. Let him cook. He's on to something, Jay.
He goes on to say, no, but seriously, I love Jeremy's idea. I'm also a huge Back to the Future fan. I know they've gone away from it quite a bit and we've never seen it, but I'd love to experience immersive hotel and dining experience. Yeah, cool. I'd be on board.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. My favorite movie of all time, maybe, is Back to the Future, so I'd be there.
That's a bold claim.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's insane to say perfect, but I really think the original Back to the Future is a perfect movie. For me, my personal opinion.
Would you set the resort in, 1950s, 1980s, or would you go way, way back to the old Wild West?
Well,
or why not all of it?
All of it, yeah. Again, you could do either different wings, or it would be awesome if, you know how like on the Disney cruise ship, and this was for me years ago. I haven't been on any of the new ships, but I know they sort of change like your dining experiences each night. So what if you could somehow have a dining room that the first night it's like 1985, the next night you go it's 1955, and then the next night you go and it's 1885. I don't know. That'd be cool. And you're eating
pretty wacky.
You're eating pigeon with BBs in it or something. What was it? I can't remember what they shot. It was rabbit. It was rabbit in Back to the Future 3. They were eating rabbit, and the Michael J. Fox had like pellets in his mouth. You remember that?
I'll admit, of the 3 movies, 3 is the one that I've seen.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say yes, Jay. I remember that.
I think I'm right. But anyway,
you're always right.
I wouldn't say that.
Except when you're wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, let me finish my statement, dude.
Well, thank you to all of you that responded in the Discord and in the Monday Morning Monorail Fam Facebook group. Again, if you want to be part of those groups, you can do it. You can do it. They're out there. Search up the group on Facebook or send me a message and we can get you in the Discord. The other thing you can do is follow us on Twitter at Morning Monorail. And actually, we got a DM response from everyone's favorite member of the Monorail family, our friend Donna. And she said, she painted outside the lines and sent me a DM on this one, but that's okay. We like the creativity. She said, hi guys, as far as the hotel idea for a park goes, I would use every castle in the Disney parks and make them into a princess theme that suits their region or their existing theme that they already have, and make that a hotel inside the park. And of course, we would have high tea and really good food. Storybook reading by the princess that would go with that particular hotel. So if we were in Cinderella Castle in Florida, Cinderella would come out and read 2 or 3 times a day a story, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and even a gift shop. I know, not original idea, but if I was doing a hotel, that's where I would start. Thank you for all you do. Glad you're all back together. Have a good one. Much love, Donna.
We love you, Donna.
We do love you, Donna. And shout out to Donna, by the way, because she also submitted a review on iTunes for us and gave us 5 stars and said she was really glad that we're all back together. So Donna is setting the pace in terms of favorite Monorail family members. She's out there doing the work.
Donna is my favorite member of the Monorail family.
Yeah. So that's great. I mean, I think, we're doing Imagineering here, so anything is possible.
If you just believe.
If you just believe. But having you want to talk about a high-end hotel experience. If they're selling rooms in the castles in the parks.
Shoo.
Can you imagine what Disney would charge for that?
All of the money, and they would sell out.
Yeah, they would.
That's accurate.
Yeah, but that would be beautiful. That's the ultimate experience right there.
Man.
So
I'm just thinking about like I know a lot of resorts tout their firework view rooms.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine the firework view from I don't know, Cinderella Castle?
You actually get to light the
It
fuse.
would probably sound like you're under attack, but still.
I think it'd be more of an auditory experience than like a visual experience at that point, though.
It would. Depending on your view, you'd only get like part of the show. Actually,
In theory.
unless you were looking behind the castle, you'd only see the stuff they shoot off like from the castle. But in that case, they should give you like one of those long like grill lighters, and then you actually get to like participate.
Oh no. No, dude. No.
Or just hold a
Stephers,
sparkler
think
out
about
your
it.
window.
We're giving the public fire.
I'm
Go wrong.
Maybe there's a big red button in the room and you get to press it. It lights up and it's like, hey, when it's your turn, it'll flash. You press it and then you get to shoot off one of those cool, like, that shoots off from the side of the...
Button pushing, yes. Giving someone a lighter, absolutely not. Especially Landon. Do
What
not
if
trust him
both?
with fire.
No, give Landon fire. Again, what could possibly go wrong?
Or
Plenty.
alternately...
Also, come eat my year-old frozen, unfrozen turkey here next year.
If you keep it around a few years, it could be the Frozen 4 turkey.
There we go. Yeah. I'm aging it. It's fine.
Aren't you supposed to age your turkey?
Yeah, it's like a fine whiskey. I'm gonna stick it under my sink. It'll be okay.
Oh, I didn't know where you were going to stick it, but thankfully it was under your sink.
Hey, at least I'm not talking about how my Woody is. Hey, talking about your animation experience thing.
I drew a bad one. That's all I said.
Mm-hmm. Check the tape.
All right. Well, that feels to me like a good episode of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. Thank you all so much for being part of the family. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being back. Before we go, let's give Landon and Stephers a chance to promote whatever they want to promote. Landon, what would you like to promote? Do you want to promote Disney Wish since you haven't seen it yet?
Yeah, sure. Go see that. Especially we already know Frozen 4 is coming and we haven't even gotten 3. If you're one of those people that rolled their eyes when they heard us talk about it or heard Bob Iger announce it, or the same when Toy Story 5, because they inexplicably skipped Toy Story 4, so they're going straight from 3 to 5. That's weird. I don't think that's how counting works. Go see Wish, because if you want more original Disney stuff, Wish needs to do well at the box office. I don't think Jay was serious when he told me to plug Wish, but here I am. Also, go follow me on Twitter, LANDOZ. Please go follow me, Landon Doan. I'm the best. Landon Doan, not the rest. That's where you can follow me. 280 characters at a time on Twitter. I also appear on The Phil Show, News Talk 98.7 WOKI radio station locally here in Knoxville, Tennessee, streaming 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at newstalk987.com. Also available in the iHeartRadio app and the News Talk 987 app as well. I am going to be back Monday through Friday this week. The COVID seems to have gone away mostly. And according to the latest CDC guidelines, I can return to work mask-free. So I'm looking forward to that. Though, if I'm being completely honest, the fatigue is still kind of kicking my ass. So,
yeah, that'll stick with you. Yeah. But I'm glad you're feeling better.
It is. Yes.
We were talking about your sickness. I'm sorry. I thought. Never mind. My bad.
My existence is my sickness, Stephers. So.
I'm down with the sickness.
I was about to say that.
Too fast for you, Stephers.
I quit.
That's the third quit of the day.
I know. I had to get one more in. Yeah, third time's the charm. Maybe I mean it that time. I don't know.
Is it you have to quit because you're bringing back Adventures with Stephers?
No, it's Avengers with Stephers, dummy.
Oh.
Next year.
Okay. We're not quite ready for that yet. But what else you got going on? Anything exciting?
My trip is this week. If you want to follow my adventures, you see what I did there? You can follow me on Instagram, Adventures with Stephers, Stephers. I have stuff on TikTok, which is also Adventures with Stephers, but I haven't posted in a while. Actually, I've posted mostly Taylor Swift stuff recently. So if you're a Swiftie, you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, and maybe I'll get back to theme park content since I am indeed going to a theme park.
That's exciting.
But those are the places you can find me. You can send me cute dog tweets on Twitter at itsstuffers, but like I don't really use Twitter, so don't at me because I probably won't read it.
But if your Twitter starts blowing up with cute dog pictures, then
okay, well then I will clearly
there.
be checking them and let you guys know that I am checking them. However, the chances of someone sending me a cute dog is slim to none because people like cats.
But apropos for this conversation, in the Discord, we do have a pet pick channel.
That's
True, we do.
And all the Monorail family members like to post their pictures of their dogs. There's a lot of cute dogs. We do get some cats in there, too. So we get both.
Yep, I believe Electric Main Street Arcade posts his cats. So and they're all cute.
They are
not
cute.
just Eric's cats.
It's
all
nice.
The doggos and cats.
It's really nice having a pet pick channel. You can go in there and scroll through, and it just brings a smile to your face, a warm feeling to your heart, just like this podcast.
Something like that. Yeah. So don't forget to give us 5-star reviews.
Do it.
And
5
all your
stars.
podcatchers.
Yeah, just like be like Donna. Thank you, Donna, again for the review. Really appreciate that. It's first of all, it warms the heart, but also it does help people find the show if you go out and rate and review the podcast. Thanks everyone once again for interacting with us throughout the week. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of the Monorail family. I want to tell you all, first of all, next week, Stephers will not be with us. It'll just be Landon and I. So that means things are going to get crazy around here. We have to behave when Stephers is around or else she quits the show.
They don't really behave. So don't let
I'm
them
going to
fool
have
you.
fire.
Landon will have fire. I think next week we should focus on resetting M3-4D. Landon, what do you say to that?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you remember where we left off.
I have breaking news. I found the M3-4D documents. So I know.
Thank you, Jesus.
I know exactly where we were. So we can resurrect that, but that's why I think it'd be a good idea to get in and reset, and maybe we'll do a little tease for where we're going to take that. But come back for that. Also, if you would like to eat a character from your favorite theme park, please don't make it a human, or else you will go to the penalty box in life, not just in the.
Yeah, you can keep Jeffrey.
Wait, we're canceling out even animated humans?
Yeah, let's just not do humanoids.
Okay, I'm clarifying for the audience.
I think we should
That wasn't
not.
going to be my answer. I just want to let everyone know.
If you want to,
Stephers, you sound disappointed. What human do you want to?
no, it's not.
Let's
don't.
unpack this.
It's not appropriate for this podcast.
Oh dear Lord!
But like, for example, do you want to eat Sven, the reindeer, not the moose? Do you want to eat Bambi?
Flounder,
possibly. You know what's funny? I feel like we did this before.
we have.
I think we did.
Would Ariel count? Because I mean, she has
don't
human
even.
half, and then she has
Goodbye.
the fish.
All right.
Landon. No, we're done.
That's all for today. Thank you all so much once again for listening. Don't forget to thank a cast member, thank a team member, sit on your butt and munch.
No, we're not doing that. It's still a weird broken page with just a fat kid eating tater chips.
I just wanted to say it.
Well, I appreciate that.
But as always, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.